What's up, guys? Today we're going over the new GL, the Bittersweet, from this season, and this is going to be an arc heavy grenade launcher that has some interesting roles that makes it in the group of the best GLs in the game. So in this video we're going to be talking about what those roles are, again, the damage, DPS, all that good stuff, and seeing if it is one of the best GLs in the game. So first, in the left column, there really is only one perk you should be going for at all, and that's going to be the new one, Envious Arsenal. If you don't know how this perk works, dealing damage with both other weapons before readying this weapon refills it from reserves. So this is a new perk that works along the same way as auto-loading, reconstruction, something like that, to avoid reloading. Once you run out of ammo with the GL, simply do damage with your other two equipped weapons, pull it back out, and it's ready and fully refilled again from reserves. And there is no cooldown on this perk, so compared to auto-loading, which has a longer cooldown now after it got nerfed, this might be the way to go for swap combos. Before we move on to the right column, we also have the origin trait, the Dark Ether Reaper. And the way this works is as you get kills with a weapon, you will create an orb. If you shoot the orb or walk into it, it will overflow your magazine from reserves. With a GL with a 7 mag, it will go up to 10. But you don't necessarily want to be using the GL to get kills to overflow the mag. You don't want to waste ammo before the boss fight. So if you have multiple seasoned weapons with this origin trait, getting kill with any of them and picking up the orb, no matter if you have the weapon out or not, it will overflow all of them that you have equipped. So if you use like the hand cannon, the GL, whatever it is, you can prime the heavy GL without even having to fire it before the DPS phase and have a 10 mag. Then if we look at the right column perks on this weapon, there's going to be a few I want to talk about. The one I want to test is jolting feedback to see if that is good or not. You also have explosive light, which isn't bad, but the better damage perk is going to be bait and switch. And we also have Cascade point. So first, looking at jolting feedback, dealing repeated damage with this weapon inflicts jolt, while amplified jolt is applied faster. So first, without amplified, it takes 4 shots to apply jolt to the target. Then every single GL that hits them will shock the target and do damage to it and nearby targets. And if you are amplified, it takes 3. But overall, if you look at the damage that the jolt does, it's only roughly 11.8% more damage per GL that hits. And given the fact that jolt is universal, it can only be applied once and activated once per target. Not a great perk overall. I really wanted to try it out and like it, but just isn't a great option. Then we have the classic bait and switch. This is going to be a 30% buff after hitting with all 3 weapons. So you're going to have that 30% for 7 seconds after your first GL shot. And this will be the highest buff on the weapon. And you can see how this would pair very well with Envious Arsenal, where when you reapply bait and switch by doing damage with your 2 equipped weapons, it will also refill the magazine and kind of work like auto-loading, but even quicker. And the final perk I want to show off is going to be Cascade point. And the best way to proc this for boss DPS is generally to use a sniper rifle, something like the Cloud Strike, the one I usually use. And if you get 2 precision hits with a sniper, it'll proc Cascade point and allow you to shoot very quickly for the entire mag of 7. And once again, you can see how this would pair very nicely with Envious Arsenal, where just hitting them with whatever your top slot is, hitting them twice or 3 times with the Cloud Strike, pulling out the GL and have Cascade point ready, and rinse and repeat, and it will all load the weapon, and you'll be ready to go again. And look at the rate of fire of 1 mag with this GL. I'm not going to do 2 like I normally do, because this GL is really built for swaps, and in those swaps, you're only going to be shooting 1 mag at a time, and never have to reload the weapon. So I'll get DPS with bait and switch is going to be 170,000, with Cascade a lot higher at almost 230,000. But the big difference between the 2 perks is over your total ammo count, total reserves. Bait and switch is going to do a lot more damage at 2.3 million compared to Cascade point at 1.8. So it kind of comes down to, do you want more burst DPS or do you want more total damage? But overall, both perks are very good and work really well with Envious Arsenal, because both require you to refresh the perk. And when you do refresh the perks, it will reload the weapon. And when you pull out the GL again, you have Cascade point ready or bait and switch ready again. So would I say this is the best GL in the game? I would say it's in the category, in the grouping of the best GLs in the game. All the GLs with bait and switch kind of are all the same in different ways. This one with Envious Arsenal is obviously only geared towards swap combos, basically doing the same thing as auto loading. But with the auto loading nerf, this one's gonna be a little bit faster with no cooldown tied to it. So if you're swapping between, like, let's say 3 GLs, where you're gonna be swapping very quickly back to your heavy GL, maybe auto loading wouldn't be ready yet, well, this will be. So this will just be better in most situations. And obviously you're gonna be doing damage with your R2 weapons to proc bait and switch anyways. So it's not even something they have to go out of your way to do. It's just what you're gonna be doing anyways. The one thing about this role is it's definitely built for swap combos compared to the Edge Transit with Envious Assassin plus bait and switch. That one you can kind of dump out 14 to 21 shots in a row, and it's gonna be a little bit more beginner friendly, not necessarily require a swap. While the Cascade point in the Envious Arsenal role is good, it's definitely not the best Cascade GL in the game. The Edge Transit has Cascade in the left and bait switch on the right, so you can take advantage of both the rate of fire and the damage increase of bait and switch at the same time. The one thing about that role, if you do have it, is it's definitely more advanced and you need a way to reload with your build or your exotic armor, whatever it is, to avoid reloading the weapon. Once you have to reload, obviously you're going to lose a lot of the benefits of that higher TPS. So if it's not clear, the two roles I'd be going for is Envious Arsenal plus bait and switch, then Envious Arsenal plus Cascade point. And who should be going after this GL? Basically anyone that didn't get a great Edge Transit along the way last year. This one will definitely fill in the gap and do more or less the exact same thing. And yeah, let me know what you think about this GL down below. Like usual, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.